Many of you complain about having trouble losing weight. And it's especially harder for women because losing weight is mostly about hormone. Personally, I struggled with weight control for 10 years too. The biggest three problems I see that causing weight loss so difficult. Number one is eating the wrong food. When I first started having weight problem, and that also leads to other health issues, I was eating too much carbs. Every time I eat, I would eat a whole bunch of noodles. And eventually I started having a lot of health problems. I became pre-diabetic and my blood readings are all horrible. Because when you eat too much and when you eat the wrong food, it totally messes up your metabolism. So for me, I became pre-diabetic. And for a lot of people, you're gonna also have insulin resistance and the sugar spike. So to correct this issue, I started changing the type of food I eat. I changed to a more balanced diet. Every time when I eat protein, I eat vegetables, I eat fruits, I eat some carbs. Of course, I made mistakes too. At one point during my weight loss process, I went to the extreme. At times, I wasn't eating carbs at all, but that's wrong as well. Once I started to eat more balanced and healthy food choices, and I discovered that I don't feel as hungry anymore, then I don't have to eat as much anymore. Because I did not eat as much as before, I give my digestive system a rest. Because in TCM medicine, Chinese medicine, when you eat too much, that's gonna put a lot of burden on your digestive system. And over time, your digestive power will be weakened. When that happens, you're gonna have a lot of dampness, and it doesn't matter how much food you eat because you have a weak digestive power, you're not absorbing enough nutrient. And because of that, you have to continue to eat more and more, trying to get the nutrient. But because you have a weak digestion, you're not getting it. So the right way to do it is like what I just explained. You want to start to change your junk diet, remove the refined sugar, remove all of the processed food, remove all the bad oils, trans fat, and change to a balanced diet. Once you start doing that, then you do not need to eat as much to be feeling full. Once that happens, then you will be able to start to lose weight, and you no longer need to constantly be eating. And that's another benefit, because you're starting to eat healthy food and your digestive power improves, and you do not need to eat as much food to feel satisfied. When that happens, you start to understand what's true hunger. A lot of times, many people, they cannot lose weight because they constantly feel hungry. But the kind of hungry they're feeling is not true hunger. Sometimes you're just feeling hungry because of habit. Sometimes you're just feeling hungry because of sugar crave. And if you cannot detect true hunger, then you will always be eating. But your eating is actually, you're eating without understanding the true hunger, then you're just gonna keep getting fatter and fatter. And it's just like my sister said, she's like much shorter than me, and she weighs much more than me. And I tell her, you shouldn't eat as much. And she said, what should I do? What can I do? I feel hungry. That's when somebody's like that, when you're overweight and you always still feel hungry, it's because you do not understand what's true hunger. Once you're able to detect true hunger, once you started to change to a more healthy, balanced diet, and then your digestive system will improve and your absorption power will improve. And once all this happens, you do not need to eat too much to feel satisfied. Then you no longer will be craving for food all the time. Then you can stop constantly eating. Another problem a lot of people cannot lose weight is because they're constantly eating. But once you correct all these problems I just mentioned, then you will not feel hungry all the time. You will not need to have the late night snack. You will not need to eat all day long. Once that happens, then you can be able to conduct intermittent fasting. Have for example, have an early dinner and then sleep it over. And then you will be able to do the intermittent fasting. That's how you eventually able to lose weight and not having the weight to come back up. Because I'm eating the healthy food and I do not feel hungry all the time, and I can detect what's true hunger, then I'm able to conduct intermittent fasting. And even when I'm fasting, I don't feel hungry. And because of that, my weight started to drop and keep there, and the weight do not jump back up anymore. So this is how you lose weight correctly. Leave a comment, share your experience, like and follow.